Hey everyone, Xander here, and welcome to another video. Now this is going to be a response video to Happy Console Gamer Johnny Millennium on your favorite box art. Now, he already made a video talking about his worst opinions of box arts, and I made a response video to that, so I thought it would only be fitting that I talk about some of my favorite box arts as well. And if you guys watch my channel a lot, you guys know I'm a huge fan of this series, and I'm just going to start it off, you know, completely being predictable and talk about the very first Castlevania.
Now, growing up, I was a huge fan of Universal Monsters and Conan, and the first Castlevania cover mixed the best of both worlds, and it just made it look like that you were about to go on this ghoulish adventure of macabre and just straight up action. It was freaking awesome.
Also on the Nintendo, this is my second favorite Mario game of all time. Super Mario World, of course, being my first, but this box art really grabbed me, and that was Super Mario 3.
What I really liked about the Super Mario 3 box art was the fact that it had a yellow background. It really stuck out like a sore thumb. If you're looking through a huge stack of Nintendo games, you can always spot Super Mario Bros. 3. And the fact that when you looked at it, it was just showed a simple image of Mario with his raccoon suit that just intrigued you about this new ability that they showed in this game for the first time.
As you guys can see, I love a lot of simple box art, you know, but this one right here, it's a step up from the original. It was actually a reboot, and it's by far one of my favorite GameCube games, and that is Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes.
And this game had some very powerful box art in my opinion. Seeing Metal Gear as like a silhouette in the background with Liquid and Solid Snake standing side by side, and almost like a back-to-back conflict of good versus evil. And it almost looks like a movie poster, which we all know Hideo Kojima definitely is a huge fan of, and really captures what the game's going to be all about.
And arguably one of probably the best Sonic game, best 2D Sonic game around, of course, is Sonic CD.
Maybe I'm looking into this too much, but what I really like about the Sonic CD cover is the fact that Sonic is holding a Chaos Emerald with the earth over his head, and there's an explosion by his feet and Metal Sonic coming to grab it. This shows a constant conflict of good versus evil, and it's always cool in my book.
Now the next game on my list is actually a Super Famicom game, and most people know it as being released on the Final Fantasy Anthology Collection, because that's the first time all of us got to play it, and that is Final Fantasy V on the Super Famicom.
The box art was very simple, but I liked the fact that it looked like almost like an open book of exploration of you standing on top of the cliff, looking over the horizon with your chocobo. It really made it look like it was like you versus the world, and it just made you just really want to pick up the game.
So anyway, guys, that's some of my favorite, you know, video game box art. You know, looking at all these games, it was kind of hard to narrow it down to a list, and you know, probably by the time I watch this video, I'll probably look at some more of my games and go like, shit, I forgot to put that one in. Because, you know, video game art was such, no pun intended, was such an art form, you know? He was talking about earlier about, you know, going to, you know, rental stores or some sort of electronic store, and you kind of based your first impressions of games by the box art, and I couldn't agree more with that. There was a lot of times that perception gave me a good weekend and a very bad weekend, you know, either or. Because there's some games that had great box art, but the game was horrible. But I mostly wanted to show the ones that were really good, that I really enjoyed the box art. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and thank you Happy Console Gamer for, you know, making this video. I thought it was something really cool to talk about, and if you guys haven't checked out his channel, definitely check out Happy Console Gamer, one of my favorite YouTube channels in the whole YouTube gaming community, and make your own video response. You know, leave a response to him telling you guys some of your favorite video game box art. It doesn't even have to be retro, it can be something modern, it doesn't matter. But anyway guys, thank you for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.